Fretless, the Wrath of Riffson isn't just a pun-fueled fever dream of guitars and glory. It's one of the most surprising RPGs I've played on the Steam Deck this year. No, scratch that, ever. Blending deck building with turn-based, rhythm-focused combat, Fretless might sound like just an opening act, but trust me, this game's got chops. Let's dive straight into what it's like playing Fretless on the deck, where with a bit of tuning, it absolutely sings. Fretless runs like a dream on the Steam Deck once you make one small tweak. The default Proton build gives a missing executable error and crashes, but simply switching to Proton Experimental instantly fixes it. From there, you're rewarded with a buttery smooth locked 90 frames per second experience and a stellar 6-hour battery life, perfect for long jam sessions on the road. Controls are tight and intuitive, with the default controller layout feeling way more natural than I imagine mouse and keyboard ever could, especially for the rhythm QuickTime events. The entire game feels like it was made with the deck in mind. Fretless is like Slay the Spire got into a bar fight with Mario RPG, while Guitar Hero cheered them on from the sidelines. Combat revolves around playing Riffs, your deck of attack, buff, and defense cards, with QuickTime events that require you to hit the A button on just the right beat. Nail the timing, and you get a bonus effect in the form of increased outgoing damage or reduced incoming damage. Each time you stick the landing on a QuickTime event, you also build your crescendo meter, which charges up for an ultimate move unique to your current instrument. These crescendos come with intense rhythm minigames, and the better you perform, the bigger the payoff. Combat requires actual skill, not just in building your deck, but in mastering rhythm patterns that are unique for every attack. There's a nice learning curve here, and with all the variety in attack patterns, it never feels easy. It's engaging without being overwhelming. Enemies also telegraph their turn via icons above their heads, allowing you to plan accordingly. Want to stack block? Apply debuffs? Play a crescendo and go full face melter this turn? The level of tactical planning is a perfect match for fans of turn-based strategy games, but it never forgets it's also about jamming out. Your character can wield one of 4 different instruments, each with its own playstyle and battle music. You start with an acoustic guitar, but soon unlock heavier hitters like a bass, synth, and even an 8-string electric guitar, each feeling mechanically distinct with their own riffs, passives, and crescendos. Riffs function as cards, each with their own playable abilities and can be upgraded and swapped out. Mods are equipment unique to each instrument that grant passive bonuses. Up to 3 can be equipped into specific slots at mod benches. Pedals work like charms, providing extra passives. Like mods, you can equip up to 3, but they are not instrument specific and can be equipped in any combination at any time. The amount of customization here is fantastic. It rewards experimentation, and I found myself constantly tweaking my setup depending on the instrument and the battle ahead. For a rhythm deck building hybrid, this is surprisingly a very competent RPG. Exploration is clean and satisfying thanks to the ability to fast travel to specific points from anywhere at any time, a journal that always shows your next objective, and clever level design that organically leads you from one area to the next. I am well over 10 hours into this game, and not once have I felt lost. That has never happened before in an RPG. The game world also oozes charm. Almost every object in the game makes a musical sound. It gives the whole world this playful energy that fits the theme perfectly. The setting is extremely unique, though the plot itself is more of a serviceable backdrop than anything groundbreaking. But hey, you're not here for Shakespeare. You're here to solo the crap out of demons. Boss fights in Fretless are epic, often featuring unique mechanics and their own crescendos. Boss fights aren't just stat sponges. They're full-on musical battles where your rhythm timing can make the difference between triumph and total defeat. Damage from boss crescendos can be reduced by playing perfectly in the rhythm minigame. These crescendos are especially tricky, but it makes pulling them off that much sweeter. Puzzles, on the other hand, are very simple. Generally, I'm okay with puzzles that don't have me straining my 2 brain cells. Nothing kills the pacing of a good RPG like being stuck pushing blocks for 30 minutes. But even for a simpleton like me, the puzzles in Fretless are a bit underwhelming. Fretless, the Wrath of Riffson is a love letter to rhythm, rock, and RPGs, and it absolutely shreds on the Steam Deck. The combat system is fresh and skill-based, the deck building is deep without being intimidating, and the world is bursting with charm and musical flair. Sure, it may not have a deep story, but when you're fighting off evil with an 8-string guitar while timing attacks to the beat, do you really care? With locked 90 frames per second performance, 6 hours of battery life, and controls that feel made for handheld, Fretless is easily one of the most Steam Deck friendly games of the year. If you're even slightly into music, deck builders, or turn-based combat, Fretless hits all the right notes. If you enjoy honest Steam Deck reviews and finding hidden gems, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, keep an eye out for this month's Humble Talk episode, where Stealthy Sharowan and I do deep dives into this month's Humble Choice games. See you next time, Deckheads.